Hey Scouts, old Boy Scout here. Got me a list of everyday survival items. Something that, with what's going on in the world right now and has been going on, probably a good idea to get stocked up on. It's just my kind of list of stuff I have around. Everybody's going to be needing something different, but just as a general guideline, I hope this list helps you start realizing this is stuff you're going to be needing. So, get on with the list here. We got candles, very big candles. Votive, get the biggest ones you can. They last longer. The wax is reusable for many different things, waterproofing, sealing, however you want to go with. They're also a good heat source. If you're in a small area, even like in a tent, something like that, a candle inside will help keep you definitely a lot warmer as you inside of a closed area. In case you lose heat or electricity, it's going to be a good way to help give you a little bit of heat. Just be careful you don't catch anything on fire. We all know that. Matches and lighters is another big thing. Matches, yes, get the waterproof ones. I like the stick ones. The little paper pack ones that come in, you can buy them, there's like 20 of them inside a little pack. Nothing wrong with those. Just a matter of you just got to keep them dry is the big thing. The waterproof matches, the stick ones, is another good way to go. Just depends on what you can afford. That's all you got to go with. Ferro rods, ferromecium rods, I think they're called. You strike them, they throw a spark. A little bit of, say, toilet paper, tissue, anything that's highly flammable will catch on fire. You have a fire, you'll be able to get a fire going to stay warm, and it also is a comfort to have. Flint and Steel is another good one. That one you may have to work at. It's not going to be as easy to work with. We all know that, but it does work. I've done it many a times. Next on the list, let's go with flashlights. I recommend LED flashlights. The LEDs take less energy, give you a nice white light, doesn't take your battery power down too fast. The mag lights, I like those because the thing is you unscrew the whole top where the light comes through, and once that's off, it's like a giant candle. You just prop that up somewhere and it gives you a lot of light. You'd be very surprised at how much light that does put off. Excuse me. Batteries, get the sizes you need. If you're going to go for a big mag light, you're going to need the D cell. If you're going to go for the smaller, you're going to need the double A's. All batteries of any size, get as many as you can. They're not going to last long, but for the first 2-3 days, you should have at least enough light to get you through the evenings as long as you sparingly use them. I like the rechargeable batteries. As long as you have some electricity, some way to recharge them, it works just fine. I think those are the greatest things that come around. They don't take long to charge. If you have a generator, you can do that. If you're in a grid down, there's no electricity, you have something to keep them charged up with. Solar chargers are another good little item to have. They're like 20 bucks. You can get them on sale for cheaper. Go on to Amazon. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just simple and easy. Now you got to remember on those, they do not just put them out in the sun a few hours later they're charged. It doesn't work that way. The panels are not big. It's going to take a while for them to charge in direct sunlight. But if you put them out consistently every day and have them in the light, and you don't need a lot of things to recharge all the time, you should be okay with those for quite a while. There's nothing wrong with those. Another thing for light is lanterns. Get your oil lanterns, battery lanterns, battery-powered lanterns, and you get your solar lanterns. I like the solar lanterns. I've used those many a times camping. I set them out. They get a little, they get some sun. They have me enough charge for in the evening inside the tent or anywhere you're at. They last up pretty good, and usually in a power outage, you're not going to be burning a lot of energy from batteries or solar, however, whatever you're not going to be burning a lot of those. So don't, just use everything sparingly. The lanterns, you get, the oil lanterns, they call them hurricane lanterns, if I remember right. They will last a long time. And also another good heat source, but you do have to have ventilation because it is an open flame. We all know that. The battery-operated ones goes with, your batteries, the different sizes, your rechargeables. Same thing. Whatever lantern you have, you get the batteries that you're going to need for that. Remember, I'm only looking at this for, about a 72-hour, 3 days, this kind of list here, to help get you through the first few days. After that, you're going to have to do a lot more, which we'll do another video on that. I'm sure we can come up with something. That's easy enough. Cook stoves, some way to cook food. If your electricity is off, you're not going to be able just to go ahead and pop it in the microwave and warm your food up. It's not going to happen, okay? So, many different ways around that. Barbecues. You've got your propane. You've got your charcoal. Even, if you have a generator, you can get some of the electric little grills too, which work real good, but you have to have a generator, which you have to have gas, and you got to make sure that you have a cord and everything's all hooked up. Me personally, I like to barbecue. I will cook a lot of stuff on the barbecue. A propane stove, I like that. You can warm up things pretty fast with those. You don't have to wait for the briquettes or the wood to get up to heat. But either which direction, you've got to have some way to cook your food. Pots, pans, utensils to go along with that. Just remember that. Water filters. Now, if there is no electricity, we're talking something that is going to be for a little bit of time, okay? Even if the water's been contaminated, you're still going to need to filter your water. They say boil it. Well, that goes back to you need your cook stove. You're going to be burning a lot of fuel on that, however, whatever. Different alternatives for filtering waters, they call it a Berkey. It's a big bucket with another bucket on top and filters that will strain through and clear the water. Those, they're a little bit of money, but they're a great investment. Don't underestimate those. The Catidine filters, that's probably my favorite go-to. We go out camping and we find a small stream, we fill the bag up, attach the filter, hang it up from a tree, and then the hose, it just drips right down into a bottle, a jar, a container, and it'll filter the water. And it's very good drinking water right out of a nice cold mountain stream. Nothing wrong with that. Life straws is another. Personal. One person. You come across say, a pool or a puddle of water, okay? All you got to do is just put the one end in your mouth, the other end down inside the water, and just start sucking, and it'll bring up clean, fresh water for you to drink. Remember, 3 days without water is as long as you're going to last. Remember that. So, toiletries is another one. You're going to need toothpaste. You're going to need first aid kit. Very important. We'll get that here in a second. You need your antibiotic creams, your razors. Got to look good up, when there's a problem. TP. You all know what toilet paper is. We won't go any further with that. Personal wipes, like baby wipes. Okay. You want to conserve water. Take a little sponge bath with some baby wipes. You smell good, you feel good, and nobody has to smell you. I'm kind of liking that. Sanitizer, hand sanitizer, a must. You have to keep clean. In any kind of an emergency or grid down situation, you have to stay clean, period. There is no argument about that. There's nothing you're going to say or not to change that, okay? Also, you're going to need, I would get Tylenol, Ibuprofen, cough syrup. You never know when you're going to come down with a sniffle, a headache. Say that you bumped you stubbed your toe and it's throbbing. Ibuprofen will help fix all that up too. Let's go back to that first aid kit. Very important. Inside that, the antibiotic cream, iodine is another good item to have. Yes, it'll sting a little bit, but if it don't sting, it means it's not working. Okay? Simple and easy, real easy. Band-aids, you're going to need gauze. Anything that a first aid kit, just a standard little first aid kit, can have. You can go out and buy the really expensive, surgical first aid kit that has all the scalpels and sutures and everything else. That's up to you. Me, keep it simple, stupid. It's just that simple, just that kiss roll. That's all basically it is. Okay. Another thing you're going to need, okay, kids, anybody, you're going to get bored just sitting there. Grab a deck of cards. Grab some board games, okay? They don't take no energy to use, and they'll keep you busy for a long, long time. Remember all your little digital games you have nowadays, little Game Boy, PlayStations, all stuff like that. That's all going to take batteries. It's all going to take power. Remember, go back to that KISS rule. Keep it simple, stupid. Simple and easy is the best way to go with it, okay? All right. Your pets. Here's a big one for your pets. You're going to want canned food, okay? My pup does not get canned food, but if need be, she will eat it, and she will get used to it. Dry food, that's her main staple. She likes her dry food. She thinks that's the best in the world. But remember, I'm not going to go out and buy 5 40-pound bags because it takes her almost a month to go through one 40-pound bag. So remember, dry dog food is going to go stale. It's not in a sealed container. It's not sealed at all. So it will go stale. You're going to want to use that fast. Well, maybe not real fast, but you're going to want to go through it fairly quickly, just like a regular bag of dog food. Each time you go to buy it, it takes that long. That's going to be up to you. If you feed your dog the raw meat diet, which that's a great way to go if I can afford it. I can't. So the dry dog food is very nutritious for her. She has snacks on the side. She gets vitamins. She gets her supplements. She's very healthy. There's nothing wrong with her. And this is what you have to also plan on. Cats, say you have say hamsters, guinea pigs, bunnies. Okay, you're going to all need food for your pets. You can't just let them be neglected. And they also need water. Okay, so remember that water filtration system is going to be a very vital for everything. Also, at the same time, depends on the time of year. If it's the winter, here in the Pacific Northwest, we get a lot of rain. So I could easily throw a bucket outside and I could collect rainwater. I would still filter it for human consumption. But as far as for your pets, there's no chlorine, there's no fluoride. It's just straight rain water. It's good for them. There's nothing wrong with that. So this is just a short little list. I hope this all gets you thinking. Remember, as a scout, you're supposed to be prepared. This is one way you can be that way. I'm sure that there's plenty of other things that I've missed. I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment down below. I would love to see what else I can add to my list, and I hope some of this has added it to your list. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to share. It helps keep me going, and I will be adding more videos. It's been a while since I've been on here. So, like I said, like, subscribe, share, and until next time, Scouts, be prepared.